Well, before I begin with this review, I have two very basic questions to ask you guys. So why the hell does this guy and this guy look so freaking similar that I can never find them whenever they are there on the list? Like, I always confuse them, like who looks like whom, okay? I'll give you a very basic example. So this is the photograph that appears when you take a selfie, okay? Handsome, rugged, beautiful. And then this is a photograph that appears on your freaking driver's license or passport. So what the hell, Netmarble? You don't have to make them look like twin brothers. And the second thing is, which doctor did Thor go to? How did he get his two eyes back again? Like, it's just like hella never existed, okay? We never saw Thor losing his eye. Okay, anyways guys, hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and it's your girl Phoebe, and today we are having a very serious discussion. Like, I'm seriously thinking, like, why the hell did I make the mistake of calling this guy here as not as worthy as he is? Well guys, today I'm here to review Thor for you guys, the Infinity Wars uniform, and it is a huge surprise to me and you alike, and I will tell you why. So guys, let's get started with comparing the Ragnarok uniform as well as the Infinity Wars uniform. So as you can see here, the tier 2 passive for both the uniforms remains the same, so I'm not going to be discussing that. We'll move over to skill number 1. Here you can see that he's getting a lightning damage of 128%, but whereas with the Ragnarok uniform, Thor does not get the same amount of lightning damage. As you can see, it is 49%, so it's like half. Okay, half of the Infinity Wars uniform. Now I'm going to move over to the Infinity Wars uniform, and we're going to be seeing skill number 2, which is dealing 112% of lightning damage, whereas the Ragnarok uniform is dealing 63% of lightning damage, which is again approximately half the amount that the Infinity Wars uniform is dealing. Next, we're gonna move over to skill number 3, which you can see is called Lightning, and this is a very surprising attack. In this one, we are getting a guard against 8 hits and a 59% energy attack. So, well, the Ragnarok uniform does not get you the guard, so this is one special thing which increases the survivability of the Infinity Wars Thor uniform, whereas in the Ragnarok uniform it just deals a 15% shock damage and along with that a 34% energy attack. So as you guys can see over here, until this Ragnarok version of Thor was not bugged, was bugged, he used to deal a lot of massive damage, but then once the bug got removed, everything went sad again, and Thor was extremely unworthy that he is. Anyways, but now the Infinity Wars uniform with each skill is like double or triple the attack value of, the attack that the uniform is dealing is approximately double or triple that of the Ragnarok uniform. We're going to be moving over to skill number 4, which is dealing 106% of lightning damage, whereas the uniform before this, that is the Ragnarok uniform, was dealing 51% of lightning damage, which you can see right here. So that definitely means that the Ragnarok uniform is less in damage. We all know that, pretty much we know that. Next, we have the Infinity Wars uniform over here with skill number 5, and the 15% shock damage that we saw in skill number 3 of the Ragnarok uniform, we get that back in the 5th skill of the Infinity Wars Thor uniform. So here you are seeing 15% shock damage dealing along with a 100% chance to immunity to all damage for 5 seconds. Now the immunity to damage for 5 seconds is also available for the Ragnarok Thor uniform, but you will see that it's written we have a stun of 3 seconds and you are not getting, the shock damage in this skill. So now you might want to think that maybe the Infinity Wars uniform is not pretty good. But no guys, it is actually shocking. Until you go ahead and look at the previous skills and you go ahead and play with Thor, you will never know how much surprise is hidden between, his Thor hammer and his new uniform. It's very different and it's very surprising because this is not written, but it is there. So I'll start with the skills and you'll get to know why I am saying so. I'll start with skill number 1 over here. This is an iframe that is dealing good amount of damage. So this is higher than the Ragnarok uniform. This is also an iframe, so this is one skill you definitely need when you need to protect yourself from the enemy. The next skill that we're moving to is the second skill. Now, this is the surprise. It is written that it is 112% of lightning damage, but it is not written that you are dealing any kind of stun. But here you have a 2-second stun on the enemy. See? Surprise number 1. Next, I'll move over to skill number 3. Now, this skill is the one that gets you a guard for 8 hits. And this is dealing 59% of lightning damage. So sorry, my throat is getting stuck up. It's clogged. Okay, so skill number 3 over here is, again, pretty much surprising because look at it again. I'm going to move it and I'm going to show it to you. We're getting a stun of 1 second. Again, this is not written anywhere, but it exists. Now I'll move over to skill number 4. This is a partial iframe. Sadly, the first part of it is eligible to get him hits, but this, the second half of the Thor hammer hitting all the enemies is dealing another shocking thing, and that is a 2-second stun on the enemies, which is again not written. And this is also a partial iframe, so I'm going to go ahead with it again and hopefully I can get it. Yes, we got a stun of 2 seconds. Next, we're going to move over to skill number 5. This is a complete iframe. This is one of my favorite skills. This deals the maximum amount of damage. And, this is a skill that if you have a proc, you might want to proc on. It also gets you a 15% shock damage. And another shocking thing, it again gets you a stun of 2 seconds. So you are not losing out anything, pals. You're not losing out on anything. This uniform is all with goodies and surprises. And unless you test this uniform out, you will never know what you are missing out on. So here I am, warning you guys to not forget to buy his uniform, because unless you have this uniform, your Thor is never going to be the one you actually want him to be. Oh wow, his cape is lighting up. It looks very pretty. So I'm going to be talking about the skill rotation now. I'll make you guys start with skill number 5 first, then you can move over to skill number 4, which gets him a partial iframe. And mind you, if you get the skills working pretty much fast, they're likely to be stuck because of the shock damage on the 5th skill, and then also with the 2-second stun. And then I'll make you guys move over to skill number 4 because that also gets you a 2-second stun. And then you can use the skill number 3 because that's again gonna get you a good stun over there. And then with skill number 2, finally you can finish up with skill number 1 just to protect yourself in case your enemy has not been stunned. So I'll just repeat it again. I'll go with 5, then I'll go with 4, then 3 and 2, 1, and switch to 5 again. And this is one way in which you have no chance of dying, guys. Like, you're just gonna keep your enemies pretty much stunned. And did you guys just see that? His eyes are lit up. Wow, that looks sexy as fuck. My god. He literally is the god of lightning now. So that's all I have for you guys for the review over here. So keep in mind you have a 2.5 iframes in this uniform, whereas you have 3 iframes in the earlier one, but that does not deal as much damage as this uniform does. This uniform deals twice the damage that than the Ragnarok one. So this uniform is one you must have. This is much more faster, agile version of Thor. You will have stun in 4 of your skills, so there is no loss. One 8 hit guard, then you have stun in 4 skills, 2.5 iframes, an immunity skill. Like, what else do you need? There's nothing else you need apart from this. Now I'll just quickly show you the build on this guy. As you'll see, it's actually pretty much exceeded. That's how well built this Thor is. So it's almost got all the necessary stats on him at max. So this is a perfect Thor. So thank you so much. It's a big shout out to my friend Thor who built his Thor so well. So thank you so much for this wonderful Thor I'm here to review. I'm just gonna take you over to the gear. As you can see, all the all the Urus over here, and then you have all the skills that have been maxed out. You have the Eyes of POH over here and the custom gear as CDP of Authority. I would also suggest you guys to make your Thor in this way, make him half attacking, half as have defensive because this is the best optimal stats for Thor. And now it is time to move over to testing his attack power against the Ragnarok uni, so that it's not only what you guys hear from me, it's what you can see as well. So I'm gonna just cue in the clips after this so that you can see the amount of damage that Thor is dealing. So, well, it's time for me to shut up and let you guys enjoy the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to, go ahead and join us on Discord. All the links are in the description box below. You guys can just join us on Snapchat. We post a lot of photographs there, and in that way you guys can see us, we guys can see you, or you can follow us on Instagram. And the most important thing would be that you guys can meet us on Discord or even on Facebook. So we will love to talk to you guys. And of course, we are waiting for your comments down below. So if you're going to go ahead and buy Thor's uniform, which I would say not to miss out on, let me know in the comment section below. And I love you guys so much. Okay, bye-bye.
It is raining outside and we're still in bed. We don't wanna wake up yet, no. 'Cause I just wanna stay there right next to you, baby, yeah. 'Cause we both deserve this time. All work, no play, it's like we're running away. And we can't stay in our beds all day, 'cause we both deserve it all. Maybe we can sleep in and skip work today. Then I'll make you scrambled eggs. We got no plans for the